Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
In the early seasons of Sister Wives, the Coyote Pass land in Flagstaff, Arizona, was portrayed as a beacon of hope for the Brown family. It was the place where all four wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robin, would finally settle down and build homes close to one another. They had envisioned shared yards, connected lives, and eventual retirement under the same wide Arizona sky. But the dream slowly eroded. As Kody's relationships with Christine, Janelle, and Meri disintegrated, so did the shared vision of Coyote Pass. Christine left first, giving up her claim to the land, while Janelle and Meri remained entangled in the ownership without any real progress toward homebuilding. Now, as both women sever ties with Flagstaff emotionally and physically, they want Kody to return or equitably divide their portion of the land, or pay them out. What prompted Janelle and Meri to go to court? The decision to seek legal intervention was not made lightly. Janelle and Meri have long tried to be cooperative and patient, especially with Kody. But years of stalled development, vague promises, and increasing signs that Kody and Robin have taken full control of the land pushed them to the brink. Several factors led to the court filing. The breakdown of trust. Janelle and Meri no longer trust Kody to honor their investments or promises regarding the land. Janelle had reportedly paid for property taxes on her parcel for years. Meri also contributed financially. Desire for closure. Both women are now mentally and physically separated from the plural marriage. With Janelle living a new life focused on wellness and Meri embracing independence through her B&B and solo travels, they want a clean break, including financially. Kody's monogamy shift. Since committing solely to Robin, Kody has expressed disinterest in managing shared family matters with his exes. Yet he continues to assert authority over Coyote Pass. That hypocrisy forced Janelle and Meri to demand clarity through the courts. Financial stakes. The land is now worth over $1.5 million. A potential sale or buyout would mean a substantial payout, something Janelle and Meri are legally entitled to after years of investing into the family and property. Inside the courtroom, Janelle and Meri present their case. In a quiet courthouse in Arizona, Janelle and Meri finally confronted Kody, not emotionally, but legally. Their case hinges on documented proof, land deeds, tax payments, and perhaps most powerfully, public statements made by Kody himself on Sister Wives regarding equal division of land and shared ownership. Sources close to the family say Janelle's side provided receipts of tax payments, evidence of emotional and financial investment, legal claims based on oral contracts and joint family property agreements. Meri, though less involved in day-to-day land decisions, provided documentation of her early financial contributions and Kody's verbal affirmations of ownership. Their request is simple: return their respective parcels, or compensate them based on current market value. But Kody's response shocked even those familiar with his controlling nature. Kody refuses. "It's still my family's land." Kody, rather than conceding or negotiating, reportedly delivered a dramatic courtroom declaration: "This is still my family's land. We built this dream together. You don't just walk away and demand your pound of flesh." His refusal boils down to a few rationalizations. Emotional attachment. Kody still sees the land as a symbol of the family he tried to build. Giving it up feels like failure. Fear of financial loss. If he compensates Janelle and Meri fully, he might be forced to sell or refinance the land, something he may not be prepared to do without TLC's financial backing. Defending Robin's position. With Christine gone and Meri and Janelle disengaging, Robin remains the only wife invested in the dream. Kody likely views returning land as weakening her stability too. Control issues. Kody has always struggled with relinquishing power. From scheduling holidays to managing finances, he's insisted on maintaining the last word. Property ownership is just another extension of that need. Robin's role: silent support or strategic sabotage? Though she wasn't the one in court, Robin's shadow loomed large over the proceedings. Observers note that Robin continues to benefit from the Coyote Pass situation. With the other wives gone, her stake in the land, and by extension, her power in the Brown legacy, grows. Insiders say Robin has quietly encouraged Kody to keep the land at all costs. Not for its value, but for the symbolism. If Janelle and Meri walk away with financial settlements or property, it weakens Robin's hold on Kody's legacy. It also damages the narrative that they were the true family all along. Fans speculate that Robin may have indirectly influenced Kody's legal strategy, pushing him to delay, deny, and defend, even at the risk of further alienating his children and former wives. What happens next? The legal battle is far from over. Since Kody has refused to settle, the court may eventually order a full evaluation of ownership claims, debts, and current property values. A judge could force the sale of the land or mandate a buyout from Kody to the ex-wives. Several outcomes are possible. Forced sale. If the court determines that the property cannot be fairly divided and that Kody is refusing to buy out Meri and Janelle, a forced sale could happen, splitting the profits according to investment records. Kody pays out of pocket. Kody may be ordered to pay Meri and Janelle their share, either by refinancing or selling part of his own assets. Public fallout. Regardless of legal outcomes, the emotional toll and fan reaction will likely worsen. If viewers perceive Kody as selfish or manipulative, it could damage future Sister Wives seasons. Fan reactions. Justice for Janelle and Meri. Fans of Sister Wives have long championed Janelle and Meri as victims of emotional neglect and financial unfairness. The courtroom moment feels like long overdue justice. Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram exploded with reactions. Kody can't hold on to the land and pretend the marriages are over. Pick one. Robin's puppet strings are showing again. Proud of Janelle and Meri for standing up for themselves after years of silence. Christine's perspective. I told you so. Christine, watching the drama unfold from her new life with David Woolley, likely feels vindicated. She walked away early, willingly gave up her share, and started fresh in Utah. While some criticized her for abandoning the land, it's now clear she may have made the smartest move. If anything, Christine may become a quiet ally to Janelle and Meri, offering moral support, and possibly testimony, if the case drags on. Why this court battle represents a larger struggle. The fight over Coyote Pass is about more than land. It represents the collapse of trust. The fight for fairness after spiritual divorce. Women reclaiming power from a patriarchal structure. The symbolic burial of the Brown family's shared dream. For over a decade, Meri and Janelle sacrificed independence for the greater good. Now they're done waiting. Conclusion. Will Kody lose it all? In the end, Kody's refusal to return the land or compensate his ex-wives may cost him dearly, not just in court, but in reputation. What started as a dream for unity has become a bitter courtroom brawl. Janelle and Meri's stand proves that even after spiritual divorce, there's still a price to pay when one man tries to control too much for too long. The question now isn't whether Kody will give up the land, but what else he'll lose in the process. In 2018, the Brown family, Kody and his 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robin, purchased a sprawling piece of land in Flagstaff, Arizona, called Coyote Pass. The 12-acre property was supposed to be the site of their dream homes, 4 custom houses for each wife and her children, and perhaps a shared central gathering space to reflect their plural values. At first, the family saw Coyote Pass as a new chapter. But almost immediately, the dream began to unravel. Financial burdens, lack of unity, and conflicting visions kept delaying progress. Christine was the first to walk away, leaving Kody in 2021 and eventually relinquishing her portion of the land. But the land was never officially divided, and no homes were ever built. Instead, the property became a symbol of everything going wrong. Why Janelle and Meri finally took legal action. As the years passed, Meri and Janelle's relationship with Kody grew colder and more distant. Both women tried to remain in Flagstaff to support the dream, but life evolved. Christine found happiness and stability with her new husband David Woolley. Janelle began a personal and health transformation. Meri started rebuilding her life in Utah. But the lingering tie that kept them bound to Kody wasn't love, it was the Coyote Pass land. Janelle and Meri realized that unless they formally asserted their legal rights, Kody and Robin would quietly take over the property, potentially profiting from it or building without compensating them. Both women had invested financially in Coyote Pass. They paid mortgages, helped maintain the land, and even agreed to a long-term vision that ultimately benefited Kody most. With mounting frustration, both women hired legal counsel and filed court documents requesting the property be returned, or, more specifically, their rightful shares be distributed, liquidated, or compensated for. This legal move is a declaration, they're done waiting. They're no longer playing by Kody's verbal promises and vague assurances. They want what's theirs. Kody's refusal, a power play in plain sight. When served with the court documents, Kody reportedly refused to agree to the women's demands. His argument? That the property is legally his and Robin's, since the LLC used to purchase the land is under his control. According to Kody's camp, the land was restructured after Christine left, and both Meri and Janelle allegedly gave up their rights by failing to make payments or expressing intent to leave. But critics argue Kody's position is disingenuous. While the paperwork may favor him now, it ignores years of verbal contracts, documented payments by Meri and Janelle, and decades of shared family investment. Kody's refusal isn't just about land, it's about control. By retaining ownership, he keeps leverage over his former wives, possibly in hopes of preserving a legacy or rewriting the narrative of how the Brown family collapsed. Some fans believe this is also Kody protecting Robin's interests. Since becoming monogamous with her, his loyalty has shifted entirely. By holding on to the property, he ensures that Robin and her children remain the center of the family's assets, even if that comes at the expense of Meri and Janelle's financial futures. Legal experts weigh in. Family law specialists following the case say the dispute raises complex questions about property law, verbal agreements, LLC ownership, and the legal status of spiritual marriages. Since only Robin was legally married to Kody, the others were in spiritual unions, which don't always carry legal weight in court. However, any evidence of financial contribution, shared investment, or mutual understanding can strengthen Meri and Janelle's case. Texts, emails, or even video footage from the sister wives' show may become evidence in court. The question is, will a judge view Kody as the sole legal owner, or will equitable considerations tip in favor of Janelle and Meri? Robin's role, silent partner or strategic ally? Though Robin has not made any public statements about the court proceedings, her presence looms large. Critics speculate that she's either encouraging Kody's refusal or benefiting quietly in the background. After all, if the property stays in Kody's name, she and her children will likely inherit the most benefit. Over the years, Robin has gained a reputation among Sister Wives fans for being overly protective of Kody and allegedly manipulative in family matters. Her silence in this property dispute is telling. Some believe she's choosing to let Kody take the heat while she maintains a clean image. But her non-involvement may backfire. If Meri and Janelle succeed in court, Robin could lose access to a significant portion of land she may have assumed was now solely hers and Kody's. Janelle's strength in the storm. Janelle Brown has emerged as one of the most resilient figures in the Sister Wives saga. Her detox journey, renewed focus on health, and blossoming independence since leaving Kody have earned her fan admiration. But this legal battle is possibly her boldest move yet. For years, Janelle followed the rules, stayed committed to the family's vision, and sacrificed personal gain for the sake of the Brown name. Now, she's reclaiming her worth, and that includes fighting for what she financially and emotionally invested in. Her strength is not just about reclaiming property. It's symbolic. It shows that women who spent decades in an imbalanced relationship can rise, reclaim autonomy, and stand up, even against a man who was once their spiritual husband and patriarch. Meri's breaking point. Meri has had a tumultuous history with Kody. After being legally divorced so Kody could marry Robin and adopt her kids, Meri's position in the family never quite recovered. Emotional distance, a catfishing scandal, and repeated coldness from Kody pushed her further to the margins. But through it all, Meri stayed attached to the idea of family unity, even when there wasn't much of it left. Her recent actions suggest she has finally turned the corner. Suing Kody over Coyote Pass may not just be about money, it's about finally drawing a boundary and reclaiming her voice. Meri has also launched personal projects, including her bed and breakfast business, which reflects her desire to establish a new legacy outside the Brown family shadow.